If you're a car enthusiast or a Porsche fan, today's video is something you may just find a little bit interesting. We're diving into a comparison of the Porsche 911 sales figures, looking at how the legendary sports car has evolved over the last 19 years. Specifically, we're comparing sales from 2005 and 2024. Now, when we talk about the Porsche 911, we're talking about one of the most iconic sports cars in history. Over the years, it's become a symbol of precision engineering, luxury and performance. But how has the sales stacked up? Let's break that down. Let's start with 2005. That was an exciting year for Porsche with the launch of the Porsche 911 997 generation, one of my current personal favourites. This was the model that brought a modern upgrade in the car technology, increased refinement, interior and underlying the reintroduction of classic design elements to the 911 lineup. In 2005, Porsche delivered around about 20,000 units of the 911 worldwide. While that was a solid number for that time, the 911 wasn't quite at the sales volume it has reached in today's market. At that point, the 911 was still a niche sports car, appealing to a dedicated group of enthusiasts. Porsche was gradually expanding its global reach, but the market was a little smaller compared to what we see today. Fast forward to 2024 and things have changed dramatically. The Porsche 911 continues to dominate the luxury sports car world, and in 2024 Porsche delivered over a remarkable 50,900 units of the 911 globally. That's an increase of almost 2,000 cars compared to its previous year. It's incredible when you think about it, nearly 31,000 more units sold in 2024 than in 2005. So why the huge increase? A few key factors come to mind. First, the Porsche 911 has expanded its model lineup, offering everything from the standard Carrera up to the performance-focused GT3 and turbo variants and a whole host in between. This has broadened its appeal to a wider range of buyers and underlining its desirability. Back in 2005, Porsche was still building its presence in the emerging markets, especially in places like China and the Middle East. But by 2024, Porsche had a well-established global brand, along with a much stronger foothold in its traditional markets such as North America, Europe and Asia. Additionally, the 911 has benefited from stronger consumer demand for the high-end performance cars, as well as the luxury market boom in recent years, with special editions like the ST, limited availability track-focused versions like GT3 RS, and alternative versions like the Dakar, all feeding that 911's legacy status. It's more than just a car, it's an icon. This places it firmly on the enthusiastic's bucket list of must-have owned cars. To give you a clearer picture, let's compare numbers. In 2005, Porsche sold around 20,000 911s worldwide. The range consisted of 12 model variants, in the range starting with the Carrera and finishing with the GT2. By 2024, that number jumped to over 50,000 units, nearly a 2.5 times increase in sales over 19 years. The 2024 range consisted of 16 model variants, again starting with the Carrera, but now finishing with the almighty ST. That number is an impressive feat for any sports car model range, but for one as iconic as the 911, it's absolutely mind-blowing. So there you have it, a massive sales leap for the Porsche 911 from 20,000 cars in 2005 to nearly 51,000 cars in 2024. The 911 continues to be a symbol of performance and luxury, and as we can see, by all accounts, it's only going to be more popular with time. Obviously, with increased numbers comes more availability, and more availability relates to lower used car values, especially over time. I see the 997 version starting to establish itself as a classic as it turns to 20 years old. I cannot, however, see the standard basic car values of the 997 ever becoming similar to their equivalent 993 variants, but I could see them reaching a point where they just won't go down any further. But let's face it, maintenance of older cars is to a high standard is not cheap, and if the car has value, it helps let people invest in maintenance. As far as today's 992 cars, with the annual sale figures they achieve now, only the rarest of limited edition versions can stand a chance of becoming and having value long term, but the prices they fetch from day one makes today's limited edition cars very different to the ones of 20 years ago. What's your favourite Porsche 911 model. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you a fan of the classic 997, or are you more into the modern 992? Are you someone who has been lucky enough to have owned or had both? Thank you for getting this far, and if you've liked this comparison, don't forget to please hit that like button, share to like-minded friends, and if you're feeling exceptionally generous, take advantage of the subscription button. That not only helps the small channel, but also lets YouTube know that you might just be interested in watching another video from me very soon. Until the next video, JP out.